Hello friends, my name is Kira, that's K-I-R-A. Nobody cares, but this still is psychopath exposure. Welcome back, warriors. Thanks for tuning in for another episode of My Life Sucks Because I Dated a Narcissist. Just got a comment from a new subscriber that got me curious. I think he's curious too. So I thought I'd share. This is coming from Nate B. He goes on to say, I am new to your channel and I really like it, so thank you for the info. Now, I may be off on this, but I'm curious. So I left my narcissist in April, but do have social media open. Yes, I know it's dumb. Damn right it's dumb, Nate. She in November was extremely aggressive on my Snapchat, Instagram stories, which we know, they know, we see, they have looked. Is this a Hoover? Secondly, it's interesting. I had a conversation with my previous ex in the start of our relationship about how I didn't talk with my ex first narcissist for 8 months. Should I consider this just a coincidence that exactly 8 months after I left my previous narcissist, she started in with checking my social media? We know timing is everything to them. Okay, thanks for sending that in, Nate. I appreciate that. First of all, let me clarify. Yes, it's very dumb to have social media open after you've been discarded by a narcissist or a psychopath. I'm not saying you're dumb. I'm not calling you dumb. I'm calling the action of having social media open is dumb, and it sounds like you know it's dumb. So you're kind of doing this to yourself, but that's what happens when you're discarded. You're left in this place where you just got to know what they're doing. It's like an obsession. It's like you're chasing that drug, right? You have to know what the fuck they're doing, and they know that, and they know that. So they create a facade, they create a booby trap on their social media for you to walk into and blow yourself up. That's what they do. They're going to start posting pictures of their new supply, and when you see those pictures, you're going to start asking yourself, like, wait a minute, it seems like they've been going out for months. It seems like they've been in a relationship, but how in the fuck, when we were in the relationship, I thought that was like a side, I thought it was like side dick. And then you realize, no, you were the side dick, right? Or they were so malignant that they were actually in a relationship with two people at the same time. And yes, that happens all the time. Narcissists do that shit all the time. If you're not on top of them, if you're not checking everything they're doing and actually calling them out and calling out unacceptable behavior, they will pull this shit off. And they love it. They think it's the most amazing thing that they're doing behind your back. They feel totally empowered, totally in control. And that's how they crush you, and that's how they're going to crush their next supply. It's just what they do. They're disordered, and they don't know how to function like a normal human being. They think that what they're doing is actually pretty fucking awesome. But it's not. It's cruel. It's evil. It's wicked, and should be criminally illegal. Just my opinion. So moving right along, you're saying, is this a Hoover? The fact that she's checking your Instagram? Of course she's hoovering. I just did a video on hoovering. Of course they're hoovering. They want to see what you're up to see if there's a way that they can get back in. Sometimes they just do it to boost their own ego. They want to see you destroyed. They want to make sure, they want to see that you're unhappy. And you know what? Non-narcissistic people do this too. You know, I'm going to make a video about toxic people in general because I've just been meeting so many toxic people in my life after this goddamn psychopathic relationship. And I mean, I'll talk about it more in that video, but you know, after a narcissistic relationship, you feel that everybody's a narcissist, and that's not true. It's just that everyone has narcissistic traits, just like a lot of people have empathic traits. It doesn't necessarily make you a narcissist or an empath. It's just behaviors, patterns of behaviors that you have, and you really have to look at the intention behind it before labeling. I'm thirsty. Okay, that's better. But again, I'm gonna make another video about that. I really want to make a video about that, so I'm gonna make a video about that. So yeah, absolutely, it's a Hoover. Yeah, of course. And yeah, again, like non-narcissistic people do this. You break up with someone or the relationship falls apart or whatnot, and you want to see if that person is happier or not. And you're kind of hoping that they're not. You kind of want to look at their Instagram and you kind of like are hoping to see that they're not doing jack shit with their life so that you can feel better. Or maybe if you want them to come back, you want to see them suffering and sad. It gives you a little hope that they're going to come back. So yeah, everyone does it. But when a psychopath, when a narcissist does it, believe me, is malicious. There's malicious intent behind it. So to continue, the second thing that you found interesting is about, I guess you had another narcissist in your life. Now, that's pretty fucked up. The fact that you have two narcissists in your life. Hopefully, you're starting to realize how toxic these predators are, and you start seeing the red flags, and you don't date any more narcissists. And when you see this type of bullshit, you cut it out. Please do that, because this will ruin your life forever. So you're saying that exactly 8 months she decided to start checking on your social media after you had mentioned that to her. You know what, Nate? I don't know, but I'm willing to bet that yes, it was purposely done with intent. And I'll tell you why, because when I was in a relationship with a psychopath, I remember when the love bombing stage was fading away, and I started noticing the sex was different. I started noticing little things. I started noticing things in her eyes, in her face, in the way she communicated with me, and the way she would look at me wasn't the same anymore. I just sensed it. I have a knack for this type of shit. So I started questioning her, and then I remember getting like very, very paranoid, and I told her certain things about a previous relationship I had, which was not a narcissist, mind you. But I remember telling her exactly how certain things went down, and it's kind of like she played that role little by little. I kind of told her how to destroy me because I had gone through a challenging situation in the past, and she kind of like started playing it out in the same way, the same dates, the same behaviors, with the same things. So yeah, I personally would go as far as betting that the narcissist, I guess the second narcissist, did that. Even the first, whoever it is, that was a little confusing in the way you asked that. But yeah, no doubt, and I think you know it too. Because yeah, timing is everything. Guys, you have to understand, these narcissist predators, they're machines. I say that all the time. They're terminators, so they're very, very calculated. Okay, they're very, very calculated. Everything that they do, everything has meaning. Everything that they say has a meaning to it. There's a reason why they do things. Everything is plotted. Okay, nothing is forgotten. Everything is remembered. Everything is documented. Everything is stored in detail. If you hurt them, they remember in detail how you hurt them. They will bring that up later as a narcissist, as proof of a narcissistic injury that you caused, and how now things are going to change and they're going to ruin your life because of it. They do that. It's an automatic response. They're machines. They're programmed this way. It's a disorder. You can't cure it. You didn't cause it. You can't control it. You can't cure it. Okay? You cannot go to therapy and fix yourself. You cannot take medications on this. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. They're going to be like this for the rest of their life, and they're going to be progressively getting worse. The more intelligent they become, and the more they learn how to take advantage of people and how to manipulate people, they will continue growing in wickedness. So yeah, I do believe that was plotted. I do believe that was with intent. And I would definitely advise you to stay the fuck away from both of them. Get as far as you can from these two monsters, because that just sounds toxic. Social media is breeding grounds for narcissists. It's the way they fuck with your head. Easier now than in the old days when we didn't have social media. And it sounds like this is your second one. I don't know what's going on there. It's obviously something that you're gonna have to look deep within. Like what is it that attracts you to this type of person? Because you know, like I always said, the first time you're a victim the first time, but you're a volunteer the second time. Once you recognize these types of red flags and you accept them, you really have to start looking within. Like why is it that I accept unacceptable behavior? Once you already know what it is, once the brain fog is gone, and again, I'm not saying that you could be still under the same brain fog, so don't get me wrong, but you're starting to realize that this shit's fucked up. You're starting to realize this shit's fucked up. You're looking at videos. Once you're looking at videos for narcissistic abuse, it's like, you know, all bets are off. You know you're in the shit. You know you're in the shit. So definitely, there's no doubt, Nate. There's no doubt that this shit's fucked up. There's no doubt that they're hoovering. There's no doubt that this was plotted. So do what you gotta do to stay no contact. Stay the fuck away from these chicks, definitely. If you need help going no contact, I do have a free ebook that I wrote as a gift to the community. It's called The 5 Steps of Going No Contact with a Psychopath Narcissist. And you'd be surprised what it takes to actually achieve this. It's not just not talking to them on the phone. It goes in detail, and one of the big chapters in it is social media. You gotta eliminate social media altogether. You can't look at it. You can't look at the old pictures there. I mean, just looking at their avatar sometimes sends all sorts of triggers and anxiety and panic disorders. It's insane. Just looking at one photograph on social media can really ruin your, not just your day, your week, your month. It could ruin you. Just definitely check that out. You can grab it free at my website, psychopathexposure.com/ebook. I'll flash the title here below. And also, if you're interested in some coaching, guys, I offer one-on-one private coaching and mentoring sessions. I know that nobody understands this shit unless you're going through it. Your families and friends, you know, they try to help. They take you out to the bar. Sometimes they just get sick of your shit and they don't take your calls anymore. And you start feeling like you're crazy. You start believing the narcissist when they made you think that you were the crazy one. You start thinking that you're crazy. So feel free to reach out at info@psychopathexposure.com. Let me know what you're going through, and I'll give you more details on how we can book a private session. I do Zoom calls and over the phone. I work with a lot of people every day, helping victims of narcissistic abuse get a grip on the situation, create an exit strategy, go no contact, and really start taking control of their life, taking back their power, exposing these predators for what they are, standing up for themselves, and rebuilding their life. Because it's a shame. It's a shame what these monsters do. They leave you broken, they leave you scarred, they leave you traumatized forever. And every goal that you had, it's not important anymore. Nothing matters. You're a vegetable. You're a shadow of your old self. And I really like to work with people and watch them grow and turn this around. So if you're interested in something like that, please don't hesitate to reach out. As a matter of fact, I urge you to take action now. Every day that you stay in a situation like this of narcissistic abuse is one more day of your decline. Don't waste another minute. These people are never going to get better. Your life is not going to get better as long as you're with them. That I can promise you. So thanks for watching tonight, guys. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, I invite you to subscribe and click on that little bell icon so you can get notified every time I drop one of these powerhouses. Keep sharing your experiences in the comments. I see the community growing. I see some regulars that are helping one another. It just feels amazing to see people come in here like broken and then feel like they can breathe again after they're reading all similar stories. Because remember, we all share the same stories. These people have the same patterns. It just makes you feel that you're not alone. And so definitely keep doing that. Share these videos with people so we can spread the awareness. And stay tuned for the next video.